Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and today I'm going to be doing my college football Week 8 top 25 rankings predictions. Do this every week after Saturday's games, and it was a very interesting week of football, or very interesting day of college football. Great games, great upsets. Surprising upsets. Who saw Pittsburgh 1-4 beating number 14 Louisville? And a lot of movement. You're gonna definitely see a lot of movement in the top 25. And I'm gonna be going over what I think the top 25 should look like, what I think it will look like. Do this every week, and excited to do it again. Going from 25 to 1, let's get started. At 25, I have UCLA. I know they just lost. They're 4-2, previously at 18, and they lost to Oregon State, who was number 15, 36-24. Not the best performance. Their quarterback didn't have the best game, but I think UCLA, even though they lost, still deserves to stay in the top 25. At 24, I have Tulane, previously non-ranked. They were ranked to start the season. They were after week 1, and after week 2, they lost to Ole Miss without their starting quarterback. And recently, this weekend, they won on Friday. They played Friday, and they won versus Memphis. They came back. They were down 21-17, won 31-21. They are 5-1, and they haven't been ranked since week 1. At 23, I have Iowa, another team that was non-ranked. So I have Iowa at 23. They're 6-1, and they just won against Wisconsin 15-6. At 22, I have Louisville. They're 6-1. Previously 14. They lost to Pitt 21-38. Terrible loss for Louisville. 21. They haven't been in the top 25 since 2019. Since 2010, they've only been in the top 25, I believe it is, twice. Air Force, they're 6-0, non-ranked. Previously, their ranking non-ranked, beat Wyoming 34-27. Wyoming was a team that before their matchup, I believe was 6-1 or something, 5-1, either 5-1, 6-1, and their only loss came to a top 10 team in Texas. Air Force has been dominating, and they're 6-0. They definitely deserve to be in the top 25. At 20, I have Missouri, previously non-ranked. They're 6-1, and they just beat Kentucky 38-21. They deserve to be in the top 25. At 19, I have LSU. They're 5-2. They're previously 22, and they beat Auburn 48-18. At 18, I have Tennessee. They're 5-1, previously at 19, and they just beat Texas A&M 20-13. At 17, I have USC. Previously at number 10, they're 6-1, and they just lost to Notre Dame, who was number 21, and they lost 48-20. At 16, I have Duke. They're 5-1. They were previously 17 last week, and they beat NC State 24-3. At 15, I have Notre Dame. They're 6-2, previously 21, and they just beat number 10 USC 48-20. At 14, I have Utah, previously 5-1. Not previously 5-1. They're 5-1, and they're previously number 16, and they just beat California 34-14. Number 13, I have Oregon State. They're 6-1, and they're previously number 15. They just beat UCLA, who was number 18, 36-24. Number 12, I have Ole Miss. They jump up one spot. They're 5-1, previously 13. They had the bye week this week, so move up one spot, and you were on the bye. So that's the first team this week that had the bye. Number 11, I have Oregon. They're 5-1, previously number 8. They just lost to number 7, Washington, who I have going up just a little bit. They lost 36-33. Number 10, I have Alabama. Alabama is 6-1, and they're previously 11. They beat Arkansas 24-21. Number 9, I have North Carolina. They're 6-0. They're previously 12, and they just beat Miami, who was number 25, 41-31. At 8, jumping up one spot, I have the Texas Longhorns. They're 5-1, and they previously just had the bye, so they didn't play anybody. They had the bye. Number 7, falling down one spot, I have Penn State, who's 6-0, previously number 6. They just beat Massachusetts Minutemen. Minutemen. I'm gonna ask a question that the whole world is asking right now. Who? But they won 63-0. It's not often that you see a team win 63-0 and ultimately fall down a spot. But when you have a rising team like Washington, what's gonna happen? That's what's gonna happen. And ultimately, that next question comes: do I have Washington at 6? No, I have Oklahoma at 6. Oklahoma is 6-0. Previously, they're previously 5. And they had the bye this week. So they fall down one spot, and they had the bye. So did not even play, and then they fall down. Then number 5, I have Washington. I can't put them over Florida State or Ohio State as of right now. And Washington 6-0, previously 7, and they beat number 8 Oregon 36-33. Number 4, I have Florida State as they beat Syracuse 41-3. They stayed at the same spot last week. They were at 4, and now they're 6-0 with the win over Syracuse. Number 3, Ohio State. They're 6-0. They stay at the same spot at 3. They beat Purdue 41-7, and good win for Ohio State. Number 2, Michigan. They're 7-0. They beat Indiana 52-7. And God, you guys do not know how bad I want to put Michigan at number 1. The only reason I won't put Michigan at number 1 is because I know Georgia's going to stay at number 1. But Georgia, they don't deserve to be number 1 as of right now. I'm sorry. Michigan deserves to be 1, and Georgia deserves to be 2. Michigan is blowing out and dominating every team they play, while Georgia is struggling against teams. Georgia, I know they won 37-20 over Vandy, but which is the next thing to go over. Georgia's number 1. They're 7-0. They last week were number 1, and they just beat Vanderbilt 37-20. But at one point, they were only up 30-20. A couple weeks before, they almost lost to Auburn. They almost lost to South Carolina. They are struggling right now, and Michigan is dominating every week. And I'm sorry, just right now, it looks like Michigan's the best team in the country over Georgia. I know it's hard to take down Georgia, and move them up and move them down in the rankings because they've won back-to-back national championships and they have not lost yet. They're still 7-0 and they've been dominant. But I mean, this year they haven't been that great. They've been okay. They've been great. It's not like they've been bad. Although they've almost lost a couple unranked teams. They almost lost to Auburn. They almost lost to South Carolina. They struggled a little bit against Vanderbilt. But the thing is Michigan is not struggling like they are. I just think, as of right now, I would think Georgia is the second or third best team in the country, and Michigan is the best. I think Michigan deserves to be at 1. But I think we all know that Georgia isn't going anywhere. They're staying at 1, and Michigan's staying at 2. And the only way we see Michigan jump up to 1 is until either Georgia loses a game or Michigan gets a big win over Ohio State or Penn State. And I don't think Michigan plays either one of those teams for a couple weeks. So, you guys let me know your thoughts on my top 25 rankings predictions. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.